Hey guys, it's Chris Ord from St. Hedwig. Welcome back to the Faith Cave and welcome back to your class. Today we are talking about the Eucharist. Ooh, big word, big idea, big class. All right, but first we're going to play a game. So let's do it. Go! All right, guys, so what we're going to do today for our game is we're going to do the Build a Cake Challenge, right? Before you get too nervous, parents, know we're not actually baking a cake. What I want you to do is try and build the tallest birthday cake you can in 1 minute. All right? That's the goal. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to use food. In fact, I'm asking you not to use food. But I want you to try and build the tallest birthday cake you can. And you only have 1 minute. And you're going to be competing against each other. All right? So as many people as are in the room with you are going to play this game. Now, there are a couple rules about it. First off, everything's got to be safe. So if one of your parents say, hey, that's not safe, then you can't do it, all right? But birthday cakes, or really any kind of cake, look kind of like this. Boop, right? Yeah, that's what a cake looks like. So your cake that you're going to build with items found around the house has to have some of these elements. First off, it has to be bigger on the bottom and get smaller as it goes to the top. Second thing, see how this has frosting? Has to have something fancy on it. So something to kind of make it look pretty, okay? So bigger on the bottom, smaller on top, something fancy, and last but not least, candles. So don't use anything with actual fire, but you should put something that looks like a candle. You can put like a pencil on it, or just tiny little sticks, or whatever you want to find. Your option, but a cake needs to have those three things, all right? Bigger on bottom, smaller on top, something fancy, like for the frosting, and then some kind of candles. All right? Understood? So what your job is you're going to be given a minute, and your parents will start a timer, and you're just going to run around the house and try and collect and build in 1 minute the tallest birthday cake. And as long as it has those three things, you'll be good to go. All right? Does that sound good? All right, so in a moment you're going to pause it, and you're going to get ready. Your parents are going to find a timer for 1 minute, and you're going to go. All right? So go ahead, pause the game, and play now. All right, who won? Who is the best cake builder in the house? Huh? Stand up. Go ahead, stand up. Round of applause. Congratulations. Is everybody clapping for them? Good. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to talk a little bit about the Eucharist, okay? Let's do it. The very first time anyone ever received the Eucharist was from Jesus. Jesus shared a special meal with his followers. This meal was called the Last Supper. He took the bread, gave thanks, and broke it, and said, "This is my body that is for you. Do this in memory of me." Jesus then took the cup and said, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood. Do this as often as you drink it, in remembrance of me." At Mass, we celebrate the sacrament of the Eucharist in the same way. The word Eucharist means thanksgiving. And at Mass, we have music, we tell stories, and we even have gifts and food. All of these things come together to make a party, because that's what Mass is. It's a celebration of thanksgiving for what Jesus gave us. That's why we call it celebrating the Mass, because we're celebrating the gifts that Jesus gave us of his body and his blood at the Last Supper. And that celebration goes on even today. All right, well, I have a question for you guys now, and that is, what is your favorite way to celebrate? All right? So what we're going to do, just go around and everybody in your family answer that question. What is your favorite way to celebrate? Go. All right, welcome back. Thank you for sharing. It's interesting how we all have different ways that we like to celebrate, isn't it? So for our closing prayer, we're going to do something a little different today. What I want you to do is, after you finish watching this video, I want you to throw a party for Jesus, right? We talked about how the Eucharist and Mass is really just a party where we celebrate Jesus and we thank him and we ask him for things all at this really big party, right? So what I want you to do is throw a party for Jesus. And just like at Mass, it's going to have a couple components to it, all right? So first off, there needs to be a song. So pick any song that you feel like would be a good song for a Jesus party, all right? And you can do this as a group. You don't have to throw multiple parties. Your whole family's going to plan one party, all right? So pick a song. Second, you want to choose a story to tell. At parties, people get together and they like to talk and tell each other stories, right? So we're going to do that. Also, what is a food? Now, it's okay. You don't have to build a whole meal, right? You don't have to do a whole spread or anything. You can just pick a snack to have. So just pick some kind of small snack to have at this party. And last but not least, a gift. So this doesn't mean you have to go to the store. You don't even have to wrap it. Just choose something in your house that you think if Jesus were here, you would want to show him, okay? So just get all those things together, play the song, eat the snack as a family, share what thing you think you would want to show Jesus. If he came to your house, play this song, and just have a nice little time, but do that all for Jesus, right? That sounds like a weird prayer, but whenever you do something and you do it for God, that's a beautiful prayer, all right? Does that sound good? Good. And with that, I just want to say, please continue to keep my family in your prayers. Know that your families are all in mine. Continue praying for our whole church and really the whole world during this crazy time that we live in. Please, 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 please keep praying for everybody, all right? This is your last class. Oh, at least that looks like this. There'll be other things that will be going on this YouTube channel, so still stay tuned throughout the summer and all up until next year. We don't know what class will look like next year, but either way, there's going to be class, all right? So keep a lookout for the registration that'll be coming up soon, all right? Well, peace be with all of you, and have a great week. Bye. Oh, one last thing. I know for a lot of people, a big part of their worship is being able to give back on Sunday, and now that we can't go into the church like we used to, that can be a lot harder and easier to forget. So I put in the description a link for how to do online giving. If you can, please do. It's the perfect way to just continue giving the same way that you always have. And a great way to make sure that this ministry and all the other ministries at this parish can keep on doing what they're doing and, just even be here when we finally get to come back to church. All right. Thanks, guys, and God bless.